Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the UEFA Euro 2020 recap, held in 2021, of course. All thanks to the damn COVID, the silly pandemic, and there's that silly, stupid bat. Should have stayed in the forest and not gotten eaten, not turned into a bat soup. Anyways, on to the competition here. It's time for the recap. We begin at match day 1 for the group stage. The Italians decide to cook turkey on the competition match opener. 3-0.
Abbiamo cucinato le turche cacciatore. We made a nice turkey. We cooked the turkey nice today. Good start.
In some of the other matches, somehow or another, the underdog Finnish managed to steal the 3 points off their older Danish cousins. Wonder what's going on over there, eh? Little bit of handshake pre-match, I reckon. Belgium to be the winners this year. They're looking like hot favourites, and they smashed the Russians. 3-0. God's team, the English, God bless them, they start off with a 1-0 win against Croatia. Slowly but surely, of course. The Portuguese smacked the Hungarians 3-0.
3 potatoes.
Unfortunately, Hungary not the team that it used to be back in the day. And for the match of death in the group of death, La France,
Viva la France, Viva Paris, et vive les Bleus.
defeating the Germans 1-0.
Yeah, the French got us, yeah. We need to improve. In the next group stage, in the next match day, yeah.
On to group stage, match day 2. The Italians, once again, with another 3 goals against the Swiss. The Italians turned the Swiss team into Swiss cheese.
Hey, we did the 3 cheeses today. Pecorino, Parmigiana e la Gorgonzola. I 3 formaggi. Mannaggia la miseria.
God's team England, with the difficult task of facing their little cousins, the Scots. Pre-match.
Aye, how's about you lend us a point there, mate? We've been struggling in the competition so far. To go home with not even a single point. Aye, lassie, please help us out, like the usual.
A 0-0 draw between England and Scotland. Of course, someone's got to help them out, isn't it? Can't be the Irish. The match of death from the group of death for match day 2. The Germans defeating the Portuguese 4-2.
Yeah, improvement made. Germany is on their way, yeah. The Germans are coming. Only 2 potatoes, not enough. Le potatoes.
And on to the group stage, match day 3. Holland, or the Netherlands rather, defeating the North Macedonians 3-0. The Danish making their mark, defeating the Russians 4-1.
We are out of the competition, yes. Now we go home, back to Mother Russia.
The Spanish finally making their mark. They've been quite quiet in this competition so far. But now, with the 5-goal win over Slovakia, Spain are starting to look like they've woken up from their little slumber. From their little Spanish slumber. The match of death from the group of death in match day 3. Portugal versus La France. A 2-2 draw.
2 more potatoes. Viva la France. We are through. We will win the competition.
So at the end of the group stage, it stands at Group A. Italy, Wales and Switzerland have all qualified. Turkey are going to have to take themselves home. In Group B, Belgium and Denmark make it through. The Finnish and the Russians on their way out. In Group C, Netherlands and Austria make it to the second round. Macedonia are going to have to take the bus trip home. Group D, God's country, God's team, England of course. First place and on their way, booking safely and securely into the second round. Croatia and the Czechs also qualifying. And our poor little cousins Scottish on their way out. Time to take the ferry back to Scotland, eh?
Aye, lassie, it hurts the heart, eh?
In Group B, the Swedes win the group surprisingly. It's the Spanish come in second, both of them through to the second round. Slovakia and poor little Poland are going home. In Group F, the French and the Germans through to the next round. Portugal as well, and the Hungarians not hungry enough this time apparently. It's time for our little interval break, and we'll be straight back with you for the second round of the UEFA Euro 2020s here in 2021. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 2, the second round, the round of 16. The 16 teams that have qualified from the group stage. Wales, Denmark, Italy, Austria, Netherlands, the Czech Republic, Belgium, Portugal, Croatia, Spain, La France, Switzerland, God's team England, the Germans, Sweden and Ukraine. The Danish finally fully awake, defeating Wales somehow or another 4-0. Of course, Wales with the red card. The Spanish seeing to Croatia, defeating them 5-3. What a cracker that would have been. 8 goals in total. What a match, I tell you. Upset of the round, the Swiss. Unbelievably, the Swiss keep up with La France. 3 goals each. Goes to extra time, then to the penalties, and the Swiss manage to upset the French 5 penalty goals to 4. Goodbye, La France. Another favourite out of the competition, and it's one step closer for God's team. Wink, wink. Speaking of God's team, the match of death of the round, the English versus the Germans.
Yeah, we're going to get you this time, yeah?
Nah, not this time. 2-0. It's through to England. They're into the quarterfinals. And speaking of quarterfinal matches, with 8 teams left, the only highlight of the round, of course, was the 4-0 victory again to God's team, the English. Looking strong, looking like the major favourites here, onto the semi-finals. And the Italians get their revenge against the Spanish on the penalty shootout. That's what you get. They've booked it already. They're in Wembley, and they're gonna be taking it home. Or are they? The underdogs of the match, Italy. What a comeback they've had from 3 years ago, not even qualifying, making it all the way to the final. It's a brand new Italian team, ladies and gentlemen, on the belief of Baggio, on the dedication of Del Piero, and of the Duke of Doddy. It's Italy. It's England. Southgate versus Mancini. Immobile versus Kane. 4-time World Cup winners. 1-time Euro Cup winners. Versus one World Cup winner from the 60s or so. Attack versus counter-attack. It's Italy. It's England. That's all we got time for, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Johnny, and this is the recap for the UEFA Euro 2020 here in 2021.